Come on in. I done already got started because we making cheesecake brownie. So we got a lot to do today. Now listen here. I started with 2 sticks of butter. I went ahead and melted that over a double boiler. And to that 2 sticks of butter, which is 1 cup, I added 1 cup of chocolate chips. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I have here the nice melted chocolate. And I'm going to add 75 grams of cocoa. And I'm just going to add it right here. I zeroed out my scale. So one good thing about a scale, I'm just going to be putting everything in this bowl. So I zeroed out the scale. This is a new package of cocoa. I'm going to open it up. And we're going to put 75 grams in here. Okay. Now, when you put your cocoa to anything hot, you're blooming it. And when you bloom it, baby, you give it that much rich, amazing, chocolatey flavor. And that's what we're going for in this cheesecake brownie. So I'm going to go ahead and mix it on up and let that cocoa go ahead and melt on in. Oh, it's just getting chocolate and chocolate by the second. Oh, yes. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is zero out my scale, and I'm going to go ahead and add some sugar, baby, because we got the chocolate going on, and now we got to bring the sweetness. So what we're going to add is 1 cup, and that's 200 grams of light brown sugar, and 1 cup, 200 grams of granulated sugar. All right, that's the brown sugar. I'm going to stir that up a little bit. Zero my scale out. And I'm going to go ahead and put 200 grams, which is 1 cup of granulated sugar. Add that on in there. This is why I absolutely love a scale. Because as you're going, you could just zero it on out. Keep everything in one bowl and keep it moving, baby. All right, I'll move that off the scale, and I'm gonna go ahead and just mix it on up. We're just mixing the sugar and the chocolate all together. Oh yes, it's looking good here, right on here. Next, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Now, I always like to use my vanilla bean paste, but when I make brownies, baby, I grab the vanilla extract. Now, use the 100% pure kind for the best flavor ever. So let's go ahead and mix this up. Still using this one nice big bowl. And it's looking good. Now, let's move on to our eggs. But baby, I got a secret to tell you. I forgot to take out my eggs. But that's all right. I got a little trick when you do that. Just fill yourself a bowl up with nice warm water. Put your eggs in there for about 10 minutes. And guess what, baby? You got room temperature eggs. Now, let's go ahead and get started with our eggs. Now, I always crack my eggs into a separate bowl because we don't want the shells. We don't want a bad egg. We don't want nothing messing up the batter that we're making. So we're going to go ahead and mix that egg in there. Make sure it's thoroughly incorporated into our batter before we add the next one. And we're going to use 4 eggs for this. Where's my manners? If you are new here, welcome to Turtle's Tasty Treats, where we make bacon from scratch easy. I am Diet. And if you enjoyed what you've seen thus far, go on down there and hit that subscribe button so you can stay in tune, up to date to all of the tasty treat recipes that we have and all the tips and baking hacks that I have to share. Welcome. All right. Going to mix the last egg in to this fudgy brownie batter. Now, if you like fudgy brownies and brownies is your thing, I put a link in the description. I have a recipe on here that is our fudgy, oh, delicious brownie. It is packed with tons of chocolate. And when I tell you that thing is rich, oh, it's rich, but it's good. So go on and check that out after this video if you absolutely love chocolate fudgy brownies. Moving on to our dry ingredients. Now, in my sifter, I have 1 cup, that's 125 grams of unbleached all-purpose flour. Now, to this, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of salt, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and sift it up, getting all the bumps and lumps and all of those things out of it, getting us a nice, smooth, dry mixture. All right. Put that down there just like that. And I'm just going to dump the whole thing just like that into the bowl. So what I'm going to do now is I'm simply going to fold in the flour into the chocolate. This is the part where things can get a little out of control, baby, because you can overmix, and we don't want to overmix. All we're doing is simply folding in the flour. So when we see that flour disappear, guess what, baby? You done, and you need to stop. That's why I like to do this by hand. Because, see, I can see it, I can touch it, I can kind of know what it's doing. And see, it don't take too long. Yep. I'm to the part that I need to stop now. Oh, yes. All right. So I have to do my paper here. All right. So what I've done is I've already buttered my pan. Let's move it like this. I've already buttered my pan, and I'm taking 1 piece of parchment paper and I'm putting it in just like this. And I'm taking the other piece of parchment and putting it in just like this. This way, this allows for me to be easily able to pick up this cheesecake brownie once it's done. Now, the size pan that I'm using is a 9 by 13. Now, you can use a 9 by 9, you get a nice little thick brownie, or 8 by 8, get a nice little thick brownie. But I like this pan. I like it to be little on the thinner side. That's how we do it in the Turtle household. All right, so now that I have that in there, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to lay down the chocolate fudgy brownie portion of this cheesecake brownie. So we're going to go ahead and pour it in, pour it in. I'm just going to go ahead and smooth out the chocolate, making sure I get it to the edge. Trying to get it as level as possible. Now I got a little bit more of this brownie mix in here. So I want to go ahead and put that in there just like that. Now we're not letting any of this brownie batter go to waste. So every little bit of this chocolate goodness is going straight into this pan. Now we're moving on to the top layer of this cheesecake brownie, and that's the cheesecake. So in my bowl, I have 16 ounces. That's 2 packages of cream cheese. Now, I like to use Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I just absolutely love to use Philadelphia cream cheese when baking. Now, to this 16 ounces or 2 packages of cream cheese, I am going to put in 1 cup. Oh, yes, baby, 1 cup of granulated sugar. Now I'm going to go ahead and let that mix up for about 5 minutes. Mix it on up now. All right. Now to this, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Next, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract, baby. Got to have that flavor come through and through. Let's go ahead and mix it on up. Now, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of salt. Now, salt, trust me, when you are baking, even though you're baking some sweet, yummy, tasty treats, always add your salt, baby, because it helps cut that sweetness, but it also allows for that flavor profile that you are trying to achieve to truly come through. Season it up, baby. Let's go ahead and mix this up. All right, now we're moving on to the eggs. We're going to add 2 eggs, and like I said before, cracking it into a separate bowl. So that's 1. Mix it up. Here's my other egg. And that's 2, baby. Mix that on up. I'm going to take my spatula here, and I'm just going to scrape down the sides. Make sure that I got everything all the way at the bottom. Nicely mixed and well incorporated, all nicely together. Just like that. All right, we'll go ahead and take this paddle off. Move this over here. Scrape down all this goodness, baby, off into this bowl. Not trying to have nothing go to waste, baby. Now, next step. We're going to take 1/4 of our nice cream cheese batter, and we're going to put it in this bowl. Let me tell you what I forgot to do. I forgot to take 1/4 of my chocolate fudge brownie mix and put it inside of the side. But that's okay, because I'm just going to take some of it out. You know, sometimes things happen, baby. You know what? I ain't too ashamed to say that I don't always get it right the first time. Just like I didn't take my eggs out and I let you know. So, you know, the thing about it is, don't worry about what you forgot and all of that good stuff. It's all right. You can try to fix it. Fix it, baby. All right. So, no harm, no foul. Got myself my 1/4 out. And now I can mix it in here. Okay? And I'm going to tell you what we're going to do with this in just a second. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this amazing, beautiful, not light, fluffy cheesecake batter, and we're going to pour it on top of our brownie mix. Let's go. Ooh, child. That glass bowl is heavy. But it's not as heavy as when I'm doing my pound cakes, because when I do my pound cakes in this bowl, it is like extremely heavy. All right, pretty. And I'm just smoothing it out there with my spatula, making sure it's nice all into the edges. Like so, like this, like that. Okay, now this mixture, I'm going to mix it on up. Nice chocolate mixture. So see there, now we have a nice cheesecake, chocolate cheesecake consistency. And what I'm going to do now is just dollop it in. Dollop on top. Some dollops there. Let me lift it up. Dollop there. I'm trying to tell you now, I'm getting excited, baby. I'm getting excited. We'll pick a big dollop right there. Some dollops in there. Try to get it all out the bowl now, baby, because I don't like Leaving nothing behind. No chocolate cheesecake left behind, baby. Next, I'm going to take a skewer and I'm going to go on and I'm going to make some swirly swirls and make it nice and pretty, baby. All right. I think that will do it. All right, this is ready for the oven. Now, my oven is preset for 350 degrees. We're going to let it bake for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Then we're going to turn that oven on down to 325 degrees. I'm going to let it bake for an additional 30 minutes at that time. Then I'm going to turn the oven off and let this sit in there for 1 hour. Labor of love, baby, labor of love. Then after that hour, I'm going to go ahead and let it chill in the refrigerator for at least 1 hour before I start cutting and tasting and all of that good stuff.
Stay on with me. I don't even know if this is cold. It look good though. Let's see. Do this real quick. Oh yeah. Yeah, she upstairs in the shower. Come down here and finish up. Show her how it's done. Now this thing is beautiful. Looks like it's a little brownie on the bottom, with a little cream cheese or something on top. Ooh yeah. It's nice and creamy, I can tell. This thing is set up nice and well. Ooh. Hurry up, look at that thing. That's nice, right? Okay, cool. Ah! It's soft and chewy. Delicious. You hear it sticking to the roof of my mouth. Let me hurry up before she get back. But if y'all like what y'all see, subscribe right there. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of this. I gotta hurry up and put it back before she comes.